Good afternoon, one and all. Today we are going to perform experiment number 6, that is to identify the given organic compound D3 by systematic qualitative analysis. See, the first step, you know that is preliminary analysis. Here, one unknown compound given to you, you have to perform preliminary test first. See, this unknown compound given to you, that is sample D3, which is colorless. This is odorless compound. So the inference, the compounds such as carboxylic acid, carbohydrate may be present. Let's check the solubility behavior of this compound. So see the first solubility in water. So your today's unknown compound, see the solubility in water, it is soluble in water. The next step is that you have to perform the litmus paper test. So we have to take our soluble substance, that is unknown compound, and check their litmus paper test. We have to take two litmus paper, that is the blue litmus and red litmus. Let's see, there is no change in color of litmus paper, that is the red color litmus does not turns blue and blue color litmus does not turns red. That means our compound is neutral in nature. See the next step, that is the substance plus 10% sodium bicarbonate solution. So we have to take our substance, unknown compound, and sodium bicarbonate solution. Let's see, there is no effervescence produced. That means our compound is not acidic in nature. Then next is action of reagents with our unknown compound. So first reagent we have to take is NaOH solution. We have to take NaOH and our compound. See, with NaOH solution, you have to warm with NaOH solution. Then see the dark brown color is produced. That means the inference is that carbohydrate may be present. See the next test, that is the action of H2SO4, action of hot concentrated H2SO4. We have to take our compound in test tube and add concentrated H2SO4. See the action, it produces blackening with effervescence. See the blackening of compound is there with effervescence. So inference is that carbohydrate or higher hydroxyl acid may be present. Now see the next test, that is action of KMnO4 solution. That this test is also called as Bayer's test. It is for to test the unsaturation. So see, you have to take substance plus 10 ml Na2CO3 solution plus KMnO4 solution dropwise. See, after adding KMnO4, there is no decolorization. See the test, no decolorization is there. That means saturated compound may be present. See the next test, that is action of FeCl3 solution. See, in test tube you have to take our unknown compound, then water, few drops of water, and 1 to 2 drop of FeCl3 solution. See, no decolorization is there. The color does not disappear. That means the saturated compound may be present. See the next step, that is heating on the spatula. See, no sooty flame is there. That means it is aliphatic compound and the compound burns. After burning, it gives smell of burnt sugar. That means carbohydrate may be present. On the basis of the test performed, that is on the basis of preliminary test, that with reference to the handbook, the given compound or drug, maybe it is aliphatic in nature, then it is saturated. The next step is determination of physical constants. So you know that what is the procedure for determination of physical constant, that is how to determine the melting point. You studied in experiment number 2 that I performed the melting point of this compound, which is found to be 145 degrees Celsius. Now the next step, that is determination of elements. You know that how to determine the element. For this you have to perform the Lasagne extract, and according to that you have to do, that is Lasagne's test. You know that how to perform the test for nitrogen, then test for sulfur, test for halogen. So after performing this test, I conclude that the given organic compound does not contain any elements. So nitrogen is absent, halogens are absent, and sulfur are also absent. Now see the next step, that is determination of functional group. So for determination of functional group, we have to perform Molish test first. As our compound contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen elements, and it is neutral in nature, we have to perform the first test, that is Fillings test. See the Fillings test, that is for functional group determination, you have to go for Fillings test. In that, test sample is taken in the test tube and we have to add filling solution A and B. So after adding filling solution A and B here, a deep blue color is produced which get disappear on heating. So it get disappear on heating and the cuprous oxide get formed, which is having this brown color. The next test is the Benedict's test. You have to take 0.1 gram of sample and add 5 ml of Benedict's reagent and boil it. After adding Benedict's reagent, red color is produced, red precipitate is produced. That means aliphatic aldehyde is confirmed. After determining functional group, we conclude that the given organic compound was found to be, it this unknown compound contain aldehyde, aliphatic aldehyde functional group as well as ketone functional group. To determine ketone functional group, we have to perform this iodoform test. For this, you have to take our sample and you have to add dilute NaOH solution and iodine solution. After adding iodine solution, yellow color appears. That means ketone may be present. In iodoform test, we got yellow precipitate. That is ketone functional group is confirmed. So the given organic compound having 145 degrees Celsius melting point and it contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen elements and it contain aldehyde and acetone, this functional group. Therefore, with reference to the literature, the organic drug or the compound may be glucose. So see the confirmatory test for glucose. Now add 0.2 gram of lead acetate. Now heat it to boil. Now add 6 ml NaOH solution and heat again. Rose pink color appears. That means glucose is confirmed. After performing confirmatory test, we conclude that our today's unknown compound given is glucose. See the formula for glucose, C6H12O6, and the structure of glucose. It is a sweetening agent.